Like, do you know how insane that is, bro? Husband discovers his wife is a mass. I'm gonna say mass murderer. Mass killer sounds mad weird. Mass murderer, bro. She's good at her fucking. She's good. She's good at what she does. You would catch a sign. You feel me? You would catch a sign. Like you would dead catch a sign. Like catch a vibe. Like yo, bro. Like hold on. Certain mannerisms and certain things like you would pick up on. Unless if that nigga's a psychopath as well, you feel me? Or unless he fuck with that shit, we don't know. Let's dive deep. Yo, Reem, what's the word, my boy? Appreciate you for stopping by, Gingo.
Is a former beauty contestant.
Wait, you can't just throw me in there like that. Hold on. You can't just throw me in there. What's her name? Lori Vallow Daybell.
Vallow Daybell is a former beauty contestant.
All right, back. We gotta get you feel me? When y'all was back in school, you feel me? I know the teachers told you get the key information. You feel me? Let's get the key information. Lori, right? Lori
is
former beauty contestant. She's a former beauty contestant, right? I don't know if that's a stereotypical thing to say. You feel me? But a lot of beauty pageant females really be on some like they don't like losing. Like they really want to win them shits. Like they don't like losing. You feel me? So like let's keep it going. Like they on some sore loser shit. Let's keep it going though. Let's keep it going.
Former beauty contestant.
Do they still do those? I feel like beauty pageants is like 1990s and things of that nature. They still do those? I need to figure out if they still do those.
She thinks she's a resurrected being and a god.
Anybody you spoke to who knew Lori back then said that she was like the mother of the year.
So what makes her a danger to herself and to others? Threaten me, murder me, kill me.
We're gathering together as saints, as brothers and sisters, and preparing for the second coming of Christ.
She threatened to murder you? Yes.
6 months later, Vallow was shot and killed. Police say they found a man with gunshot wound who was later pronounced dead.
The first death that kicked off this multi-state mystery. Inside is Lori Vallow's husband, dead on the living room floor.
What happened today? How did it get to this? He said, you're not Charles. I don't know who you are, but you're with Charles, but I can murder you now with my powers. So
with my powers? With her powers? She's a sicko. She's a fucking sicko. What do you mean with her powers?
Lori, where are your kids? No comment? They've been missing for 4 months. You have nothing to say?
Now, Lori Daybell appears to be somebody else. She has 2 missing children.
Wait, what?
Vallow, Tylee Ryan.
What do you mean she appears to be someone else? Oh! Oh! Oh my god, wait! Wait, did she? Wait. Did she pull some? Did she do a Yagashi Takira type of thing? Did she like change like her appearance, change her name, and all that, and then remarried, and then nah, cause like wait, what? This doesn't make sense because if your kids are missing, shouldn't she be under more of like under surveillance? You feel me? Like if you have 2 kids missing and your husband was just shot, wouldn't she be under more surveillance? Like your family's going missing. You're the sole survivor. We should put look heavy eyes on you. You understand? You feel me? Nah, that's not how they do these things, especially the color of her skin. Nah. All right.
To be somebody else. She has 2 missing children. JJ Vallow, Tylee Ryan.
I don't know what she's gonna do with them. I don't know if she's gonna flee with them. She's gonna hurt him. Alright. Let's house her going over the flashing light. Right there. Color girl line. Where my fingers are. Lock it in. Oh my god.
What? Nah, this is wacky. I need the full story.
January 31st, 2019, when Charles Vallow was still alive and had just returned from a business trip to find he was locked out of his own house with no sign of his wife, Lori, or his kids, JJ and Tylene. His car had also gone missing, and his wife, Lori,
My thing is though, right? You don't just like. There's signs that lead up to this, bro. You know, like there's signs that lead up to these things. Where were the signs? Because in the video, at the beginning of the video, he said that she used to say things like she's gonna murder him or she's gonna kill him. I don't know, cause I would say go to the police, but then I'll be like, yo, bro, like you're not gonna go to the police because you're shorty, unless if she actually does like put hands on you, nigga. All that talk, bro, like you're not gonna go and like, you feel me? That's what I'm saying. There has to be signs, bro. There has to be signs. His kid looks like he's on spectrum. I'm sorry, but that I'm sorry. I'm sorry I said that. That didn't need to be said. That definitely didn't need to be said. That didn't need to be said. But yeah, bro, like, and where did he go? He said he was going for a month. Wait, he said he was going for a month?
Binding when Charles Vallow was still alive and had just returned from a business trip to find he was locked out of his own house with no sign of his wife, Lori, or his kids, JJ and...
These kids look at least 12, 13. At least 12, 13. You have been in this relationship with this woman for years now, and you have not even thought to yourself like she might be insane. I don't know. These could be your kids, because she definitely looks like the mom. She definitely looks like the mom, and he kind of looks like the dad. So these is in fact your kids.
His car had also gone missing, and a large sum of cash had been withdrawn from his bank account. So in an effort to get some answers, he called 911.
So what's going on tonight?
I can't get in touch with my kids.
How old are your kids?
6.5 and 16. She
6.5?
I don't know how to say it. She thinks she's a resurrected being and a God, and remember the 144,000. She's coming. Jesus is coming next year.
So
Okay, so this is what I was talking about. God damn. This is what I was talking about. This is what I was talking about. These were the signs. These right here were the signs. You knew what her bop was. Why didn't you call the authorities before and get her checked out? She needs a psychic. She needs someone to talk to. You are not that person that she needs to talk to. She needs something. I don't know what she needs, but buddy, you are not it. You should have been called the police, told them what it was. You feel me? She's obviously sick in the fucking head. It has, yo, bro, I'm telling you, it has to have something to do with the beauty pageants. I'm telling you, that they wouldn't have said that for no reason. It has to be something with the beauty pageants.
She herself and she was
threatened me, murder me, kill me.
She threatened to murder you?
Yes. She said, "You're not Charles. I don't know who you are, what you do with Charles, but I can murder you now with my powers."
Is this just all recent, or has it been going on?
Been going about 4 or 5 years. It's gotten really, really bad lately. She was a temple every day speaking of the Lord and Jesus Christ. Last couple of days, she says, "I'm not Charles. You're not Charles. You're Nick Schneider."
According to Lori, Nick Schneider is an evil spirit who has possessed Charles' body. And
Nick Schneider? That sounds like, what's his face? The Nickelodeon guy. The Nickelodeon guy. Dan Schneider? Is that his name? Schneider? Dan Schneider? Can I say that on here? Can I say his name on here? I hope I can. But yeah, bro, that sounds like she's insane. She's gone insane. Something has happened. You need to go back and you need to retrace your steps. You need to go back 4 to 5 years in the past and see what triggered her. Something triggered her. She's not the same. For her to be coming up to that man and saying, "You're not Charles," how are you going to tell me I'm not me? You are not you. She is she's whatchamacallit, what's your name? She's self-projecting. You're not, she's not herself. She's not Lori. She's a fucking demon. She hasn't been praying to Jesus Christ. She's praying to that guy down there. She's just praying to Satan. She's been talking to Satan. Ain't no way you come from the temple. Jesus Christ, my Savior, my Lord and Savior. You ain't gonna come from the temple talking about some. I'm not Charles. Bitch, the nerve of you. Let's keep it going.
Charles, you're Nick Schneider.
According to Lori,
I would have been like, that's the nigga you fucking. I would have flipped it out. I would have flipped that shit on her. I promise you all that spiritual shit would have flew out the window. I'm like, who the fuck is Nick? Who the fuck is Nick Schneider? You fucking Nick Schneider? Who the fuck is that? Who's you fucking, bitch? You fucking nigga in my crib, bitch? Fuck is you doing, bitch? Who's Nick Schneider? She was like, no, baby, please, no, like, I'm just, this is the name, they're talking to me, I hear that. Nah, bitch, the nigga been inside of you. And I ain't talking about the Holy Spirit. Dick and balls. The whole shebang, the whole shaft, all up in you. You bugging, who the fuck is Nick, bitch?
Nick Schneider is an evil spirit who has possessed Charles' body, and he believed these threats against his life were very real. In the last few years, she had become obsessed with the teachings of a man named Chad Daybell, a man well known for writing dogmatically and teaching his thoughts about the end of days, the second coming of Christ, and other more unique concepts like evil spirits and zombies. Both Chad and Lori were also members of Preparing a People, a cult who were preparing for the second coming of Jesus Christ and the end of the world.
I just had a random thought. I could believe it, all this. All this, I could believe it, all this. Except for zombies. Zombies are a weird... It's like... I don't get zombies. You feel me? Zombies are gonna come in and attack a living person, right? How do they differentiate from live being and a dead being? And then how am I gonna turn so quickly? You understand what I'm saying? Like before I was jacking zombies. As I got older, I can't jack the concept of zombies because it doesn't make sense. If we're being honest, zombies should really still be attacking each other. You feel me? It's not like they have all one hive mind. You feel what I'm saying? It's not a. I mean, unless if it's the Last of Us zombies, I think they were all a hive mind. I think that was like a hive disease type of thing. But any other regular zombies, that don't make sense. You feel me? But fuck it though. Somebody could try to debunk me on that, but fuck it though. I don't know.
Both Chad and Lori were also members of Preparing a People, a cult who were preparing for the second coming of Jesus Christ and the end of the world as we know it. Lori also believed she was a member of the 144,000, a group of high priests who will administer the everlasting gospel to the world in its last days. She also believed that every
Hold on, let me read
human
this,
was on a
Marcus.
scale between...
The movie from World War Z explained it really good. They will home in on okay. And on a healthy host. Oh, okay. Basically a virus. Okay. You see? So shit like that. It's a virus. It's something that's still alive technically. You feel me? That is trying to stay alive. So it's trying to find another host, which spreads the infection. You feel me? Which why they're not going to attack each other. But what I'm trying to explain is it's not like that all the time with the zombies. You feel me? So in that one, in World War Z, those type of zombies would make sense. And I believe if we were, God forbid, we were to get zombies, I think they will be that type of zombies. You feel me? We will all hope we get like Walking Dead zombies, or you know, like what other zombies are there that niggas could jack. I mean, I'm only gonna say Walking Dead zombies. Any other zombies is cooked. I ain't with it. The worst probably zombies was probably them World War Z zombies. Them niggas were smart zombies, my nigga. I never seen Train to Busan zombies. I never seen that one. I never seen Train to Busan. Kingdom zombies. I gotta get up on my zombie. All zombies I know is Nazi zombies, my nigga. That's it. That's all the zombies I know. Nazi zombies. And World War Z and Walking Dead. And Last of Us. Anything else? I don't know nothing about. But yeah. Let's keep it going.
light and dark, and the darker one's spirit was, the more dangerous they were to her and her beliefs. Lori had actually become so involved in this new religious belief that Charles had become concerned not only for himself, but
Nah,
his
yeah, I
two
could tell,
children
like,
as well.
other countries, zombies, and movies be wildin'.
And how long have you been trying to get in touch with the kids? So how does she pose a threat to your children?
I don't know what she's gonna do with them. I don't know if she's gonna flee with them. She's gonna hurt them. Today she said, "Come take the kids. I don't care what happens to them."
Hold on. We're 4 minutes in, and I feel like this is like there's something about this we don't. I mean, obviously, but I mean like deeper. You feel me? Because if this thing's going on for 4 to 5 years now, and you say that you don't know what she's gonna do with him, you went on a business trip and you left them. You understand? You left them with her, so you obviously you knew like there's something about him we don't know about. There's something about Charles we don't know about. But that's the crazy part because Charles ended up dead. We need to debunk. We need to figure this out. We need to figure this out. Thank you for the likes, y'all. Thank you for the likes.
A pickup order can be obtained after one parent fails to deliver a child to another parent. As Charles has not heard from his kids in days, he felt he had no choice but to take action. The cops then helped Charles get back in the house, but it was too late, as Lori and the kids were gone. The very next morning, Charles called 911 again, this time directing them to a hotel in Gilbert, Arizona, where he believed Lori was hiding out with JJ and Ty Lee. This time, though, Charles had managed to obtain an emergency mental health petition, a note that would require Lori to check into a mental health institution and undergo assessment.
This should have been happened though.
Long story. She's had kind of a black kid. I'll try to score as much as I could, but it's gotten really, really bad. It's just like, right? Says I'm Nick Snyder. I'll take over Charles' body, and Charles will get killed. I'm going to kill you. You're going to murder today or tomorrow.
Charles had already tried to find Lori earlier that morning by turning up at JJ's school, but despite seeing her car in the parking lot, there was
I don't
no
know.
sign of her
It's
at all.
weird. It's weird because in situations like this, she really could be bugging. You know, like she really could be bugging. Like them cult shits. Them shits is different, bro. Like them shits are really different. Like oh my, cults are fucking different, bro. Oh my gosh, bro. Those shits are different. They would mind fuck the shit out of you. Holy shit. And they probably mind fuck the shit out of her. And it's got to the point where he probably loves her so much. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, Marcus. That's what I'm saying. But another thing is too though, I think he was trying to coach her through it on some like, yo, I think you should stop going to these because they're changing you. Like, I see you changing and I don't like it. You feel me? And he's not on no asshole shit about it. Like, he's trying to coach her, but she's looking at it as he's trying to like fuck all that shit. You feel me? So because he's not supportive, she's looking at him as the enemy now. Like, oh, you not Charles. You not Charles. And her mind isn't got her making up these things like that's not Charles. This is. But who the fuck is Nick? Where do you get Nick Schneider from? Who the fuck is Nick? Where did you come up with that random name? This is why I don't understand. Yo, bro, the mind. Like, yo, bro, the mind is a scary thing, bro. If you really think about it, the mind is a scary place, bro. The mind could be your worst enemy, bro. The mind could be yo, bro, the mind is crazy, bro. Your mind, bro, is yo, that shit is crazy, bro. The shit that they could really make up and make you see and make you think and make you believe is insane, bro. It's insane. Yo, let me give you an example. Boom, right? Y'all ever told a lie? You feel me? Like, boom, right? All right, boom. Boom. Perfect example right here. Like, say you want to call out from work. You feel me? You call out from work. This is what I be doing. My mind be fucking me up. I call out of work, right? I be like, damn. What the excuse gonna be? Shit, I don't feel good. Let me just say I don't feel good. I say that shit so much in my mind, boy. I don't feel good. I fuck around and really start not feeling good. You feel me? Now I'm telling everybody, oh yeah, I'm not feeling good, son. Oh, you gonna go? Nah, I ain't feel good. Like, yeah, son. And my stomach was hurting, all types of shit. And then you get to the point where a nigga really asks you, yeah, I don't feel good. And you really capping like, yo, bro, like, nah, I wish I had a better example. It really happened to me before. It happened to me before, son. It happened to me before. I can't get an example all the time. I hate when that shit happens too. That shit like when you argue with your bitch. You feel me? And you be and then you be like, yo, you did that shit mad times. And she be like, okay, when? When did I do it? And then your brain just fucking goes blank on you. When the fuck did she do that shit? What the fuck? Holy shit! She did the shit, but I can't say when. Back to the video,
However,
y'all.
she had left her purse in the car, so Charles took it in hopes that it would stop her from getting away. This worked perfectly as she walked into the Gilbert police station later this same morning to report her missing purse. But her version of events was much different.
So this morning when I took my son to school, like he was waiting somewhere and like stole my purse out of the car, my whole purse. So my phone, my wallet, my money, my everything was in it.
What is it like that motivates him doing this kind of stuff? Did he say one?
I caught him cheating and I had evidence and I told him about it. He travels a lot for business, so.
Ooh! That could be the trigger. That could be the fucking trigger. That's the trigger right there. He's always going on business trips. He's really on these business trips, but she's just always with the kids. And it's starting to get like, because they're 6 and 6.5. You feel me? They're still mighty young. You feel what I'm saying? So they're kind of still annoying. So that's the trigger. That's okay. But how is she having time to go to these cult things? This doesn't make sense. This doesn't make sense to me. This isn't making sense to me. This isn't making sense to me, chat. Chat, this isn't making sense to me. Because I can't say that's the case. Because she's having time to go to these cult shits. You feel me? Unless that they're online or she's just researching about them or she's just looking them up. That too. But don't you think he would have called on? Don't you think the kids probably would have called Papa? Like, Dada, home alone, I'm hungry. Dada, I'm hungry, Dada. Where's your mom? Mommy went, I don't know. Mommy gone. Mommy with Nick Schneider. Like, bro, like, I don't know, bro. Like, yo, bro, we're gonna figure out, though. We are going to figure out.
I said we'll be gone, and it's hard to be gone. So he's a little mad.
She claims that she caught Charles having an affair and told him not to come home, locking him out of the house and taking his car. The first of many carefully fabricated lies that would not only ruin Charles's life, but
Charles don't look like a cheetah.
Charles don't look like a cheetah.
Charles don't look like a cheetah. Charles don't look like a cheetah. Chat, y'all think Charles look like a cheetah? I don't think Charles look like a cheetah. If anything, she looks like the cheater. If I'm being completely honest. She looks kind of young, kind of nice for her age, you know? 2 Heinekens. I said Heinekens. I've been watching too much Los Polos and his pops. I meant 2 Cutwaters. 2 Cutwaters, maybe 1. Maybe 1 Cutwater, I'm definitely in that. A Cutwater and a half a spliff, I'm definitely in that. For sure. But Charles, though, he looks like an upstanding dude. He looks like he just wants to, you know, support his family, work hard. You know what I'm saying? Come home to a meal. It looks like a good dad. It looks like, you know, he looks like a good dad. Nah, word. She looks like, what's her name? What is she? Who am I thinking of? What's her fucking name from Disney Channel? Who am I thinking of? Who the fuck am I thinking of? Jesus Christ. It's not even coming to me right now. Fuck it.
Ruined Charles's life, but end it. Police informed Charles that he can't steal Lori's property no matter what the motive. A deal was then formed between them saying that if Charles returned her purse, then the police would immediately follow up with the mental health petition. But eventually it went through, and Lori underwent her assessment. However, in 2 hours, Lori was released with the doctors finding no issues at all. This decision sentenced Charles to death and put his kids' lives in jeopardy. Charles filed for divorce,
Oh my
and
God.
6 months later, his body was found at Lori's house with 2 gunshot wounds across his body. The fate
Oh my
of his
gosh.
children was now in the hands of their delusional and dangerous mother.
Oh my gosh.
He's right here in the living room. Firearms are gonna be in the front.
That sucks. That sucks. That sucks. You know, that sucks. That fucking sucks. Like, you went to the cops and you told them, like, yo, you know, I think she's crazy. They kind of didn't believe you. She's a good fucking... She's insane. She's not crazy. She's not psychotic. She's insane. She's in fucking insane. You know how... Yo, how? Nigga said in less than 2 hours, the doctors deemed her healthy. How? And I thought they jacked him taking the wallet because the that's fucked up, bro.
When
R.I.P. my
Charles's
nigga
body was
Charles,
found,
bro.
an investigation determines the shooter to be Alex Cox, a man who just so happened to be the brother of Lori Vallow.
What's going on? What happened?
Yo, I need somebody here. I mean, yo, chat. What? What? The brother? Why? Why? Murder for hire? Bro, what?
Is he living here or visiting? Okay, is the son inside?
No. Was from school.
Okay, so just you at the house? And he came, how long, what time?
Why is that always a story? Why is that always the story?
Okay.
She's
So,
taking us up
you
school.
went over there? Okay.
No, I think they were talking earlier that she left, and he got into me.
Like what? What do you mean?
Alex seems very vague in his answers and says he can't remember exactly what happened, other than the pair simply got into a fight. But those kinds of answers aren't going to satisfy the cops, especially...
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. My fault. TikTok gotta get funny. My fault, y'all. Alright, back into the video.
when there's a dead man involved.
So you both, so you get in an argument? What is it over?
Sister, he was getting physical with her, so my niece came out with her bat, and then he took the bat away from
Wait,
her.
I thought you said your niece left.
Yeah.
So before your
Yep.
your sister-
We got him. Yep. We got him, chat. We got him. Yep. He's fucking up. What is a 6-year-old doing with a bat? Why is a 6-year-old gonna pull up with a bat out of nowhere? And then you said she took him to school. He said he came. He's exactly what he said. He said he came for his son, but the son wasn't there. The son and these go to school at different times. I'm confused. Says she took him. She's gone. They're gone. See, I can't be a cop. That's how I would stopped him right then and there. Yo, you're done. See, I would have been a cop. That's fucking up the cases because I'm not letting the suspect explain himself fully to get all the information that I need. You feel me? I hear one lie and yo, you're done. Stop it. Got it all on the body cam. You're done. Put your hands behind your back. You have the right to remain silent. You feel me? Whatever you say, you do, be used against you in the court of law. You have your right to your attorney. You can't afford an attorney. You know what I'm saying? The court's just gonna give you one. You know, like you're done. Just don't say nothing no more. You feel me? And then that would have been it.
And your niece left. At some point, your sister and her husband are arguing, verbal argument, and then your niece pulls out a bat.
Well,
because of getting close, she came out to defend my sister. Her pet.
Your niece.
Yes.
Okay.
And then she poked at him and he took it away.
Okay.
And then he's coming back to me. And he's looking out back and I'm like, what are you doing?
And where are you at? Where are you
We're in
both
the
at?
living room.
Okay.
And then I turned around and he hit me back in the head with that. I went to my room and got my gun.
So you went to your room, meaning your room you're staying in?
Yeah.
Okay, and you brought a gun with you? You always bring your gun? Okay, why didn't you stay just in your bedroom and close the door? Is that something you think about, or?
This final statement should actually have torn down Alex's entire argument, as it technically proves this wasn't self-defense at all. When Alex went to his room to grab his gun, he should have been able to usher his family inside, close the door, and stand his ground from there.
Exactly.
Instead, he grabbed his gun,
Went back
and without
outside.
a second thought, ran straight up to Charles
And shot him, nigga.
But at this point, there were still so many looming questions. The cops decided to bring in all parties back for an interrogation to try and get to the bottom of it all, and figure out exactly what happened to Charles.
Start what you think makes the most sense. Okay, so.
Why is there a random teddy bear in there?
So we moved into this house 3 weeks ago because he offered to get me a house here where all my family is. So we were in Houston. We had decided to separate or whatever. So he's like, well, I'll pay for a house for you and for JJ and whatever. Because he's all about JJ. He's never about Tyler, but he's all about JJ. Because we adopted him together. He's his great nephew. We adopted him as a baby. He came away first.
Wait.
And brought me stuff from.
So that's not his kid? They adopted him? I'm confused. I'm confused. I'm lost. I'm lost as fuck now. Now I'm lost. Is that his kid or not? Cause if you died over somebody that's not yours, bro, that's even crazier, bro. That's even crazier. I'm confused. Let's keep it going.
Like a U-Haul, and then he hasn't been back. But it's all
Yeah. We do know that.
Like, whatever.
But they said at the in the beginning the other kids died. It's a mass killer. That ain't one body. That's multiple. So we gonna see.
And then he told me I'm gross. He's always mad at me, right? And he doesn't want to divorce, so I don't like him and I don't want to do him. So that's just how it is. Right? So we were married for 14 years, we dealt with it for 14 years, and him being horrible to her. Like, he was in huge fights with her. A lot of things. But anyway.
Immediately, Lori describes Charles as a man with violent tendencies who had a history of aggression against the women he had married. If she can convince detectives that Charles had a temper, it would make their version of events even more plausible.
So he went back to the Houston house, and he's like, I'm coming on Wednesday night, and I'm going to come pick up JJ and take him to school Thursday, pick him up Thursday, take him Friday, whatever. And I said, Casey wanted to come to the house, and I said, you can't come stay at this house, because you can't get along with Tyler. She's a minor, and she has a lawyer. Yeah. So, because he is in huge fights with her, and she hates him.
Why they keep they're pushing the agenda that it makes sense that she would grab a bat, and I don't like that.
What does he do? He works with teachers in their retirement plans, but he goes to them at their school. He mostly works in California. He has like books of business in the right areas, and so he just goes wherever. And it just gives him freedom. He doesn't have to stay home every day and take care of social media. Like an excuse, right? He came over in the morning and he's like banging on the door. I'm like, oh great, here we go, And then JJ was like, oh, Dad. And then he was like, Mom, like holding me. He's like, you're not taking me to school. And I was like, it's okay, Dad, you just drive to school, so no big deal, just trying to make it whatever. Yeah, calm. And then he was just being real smirky and like jerky, to me. And I was like, ignoring him, whatever. And so he was like,
I'm gonna let it play.
He didn't rather live there with you? No, he had stayed with me last night because I was worried he was gonna come over and cause trouble with me. Just wanted someone else there, like my brother there, because I trust my brother.
They would claim self-defense as the reason Charles was killed. And as the cops continue to question Lori, they start to believe this even more.
He goes nuts. He's gone nuts on us a lot of times. Tyler and I have had to leave with JJ over the years probably 5 times and just stay in a hotel for 2 days because You don't know what's gonna set him off. Like, she's mad at me for always, like, going back, but we had JJB specialties, and it's really hard. Like, it's even harder to get revenge.
So you thought,
I don't know if he was I don't know if he was in the beginning when I started this video. I definitely said that that kid was on the spectrum. He looked like he was on the spectrum. I'm just gonna leave that out there.
and I don't want to put words in your mouth, but you thought it was possible that he was going to hurt you.
Absolutely, he's gonna hurt me and Tylee.
Okay.
Not JJ, we never hurt JJ.
Okay.
And he hurt my mother. Yeah. He was going, like, ballistic about it. Was bad.
Okay.
An angry husband losing his temper during a divorce is not uncommon, and feuding couples often come to blows, making her story more and more convincing. But according to Charles's ex-wife Cheryl, this was not the man she knew.
Thank you.
She says they were married and divorced, and not one time,
Thank you.
not 1 second,
Thank you.
was he ever physically threatening to
like
directly contradicting what Lori is
when
saying.
are they gonna ever? When are they gonna bring up the fact that? No, I have two things to say. Number one, when are they gonna bring up the fact that she been going to all these code thingies and all things of that nature that they said at the beginning? Where is those cops at? That's number one. And number two, when are they gonna bring up the fact that the brother said Charles came to pick up the son, but the son was not there. The son wasn't there. Her story, she said he came and the son was there. Son is like, mommy, you're not taking me to school, yada yada yada, things of that nature. Whatever. Son is there. That story is unless she's a great fucking detective and just letting her fucking chat bullshit. I don't know what's going on right now.
That means there can be a lot of different things. So, physical violence.
He's never really, besides like grabbing us and pushing us and not like punching us or something, but with Tylee he has common physical.
Okay.
You know, like he was gonna hit her, but then I got him to know.
So this morning he comes back in and
He goes back in, I would give him a song, he was screaming at me to give him a song. He was very worried about whatever was on his text that he did not want me to see. And so I was just holding it there and he was screaming at me. And so Tylee came out of her room upset and she had a bat and she told him to leave her mother alone, like, right? So she was really, whatever, he's screaming at her, don't you hit me with that bat, blah, blah, blah. And then my brother heard all the commotion because he was in there, and so he came out into the main room and he was yelling at Tylee, don't you tell me with that bat, and blah, blah, blah. And so Tylee, I guess, I don't know if she swung at him or what, but he like grabbed the bat from Tylee and then went to like hit Tylee with the bat. It was, and I was right there, they were right there, and my brother grabbed him from behind, like just to stop him from hitting Tylee.
Oh, some movie shit? Okay.
He's hitting him with the bat, and they're on the ground, like grappling around or whatever. And then,
and you hit your brother with the bat while they were grappling and stuff.
yes.
But there are lingering questions left by the investigation. One such example being that the autopsy ruled one of the gunshots impacted while Charles was on the ground. Imagine being in a situation where you have no choice but to shoot someone. You'd probably freeze up, and you'd do anything you could to avoid anything but incapacitating them, instead of finishing the job. So it seems strange that Alex decided to shoot Charles a second time when he was already flat on the ground.
Oh, he was angry.
Furthermore, it also
Oh, he
seems
was
strange
angry.
that it would take almost 45 minutes for anyone to call 911. Although she claims it was down to shock, this is conveniently just enough time to concoct an alternative version of events and a solid story to give to the police.
Who is this? Is this the brother?
You heard the argument, you step out, what's the first thing you see?
Charles chasing after Lori.
Okay.
Had
Tylee already gotten the bat, did he already have the bat? Okay. So Charles is coming towards Lori, he's coming towards him.
Fucked up. Fucked up. Fucked up. Lori just said he had the bat, and when he came out and grabbed the bat from him, he just said that he didn't have no bat.
And I shoved him back.
Okay.
I said, what are you doing? Because he's coming at her aggressively.
Okay.
He's a big dude, so I was going
So he's coming at her,
yeah.
and you shoved him back.
Yeah.
What happened right after that?
So I went into the bedroom where I was hanging around my gun, and I came back. I said, put that bat down. He said, what are you going to do? So you can defend me? I was like, no, I'm just gonna defend myself, so you put that back down. He goes, well, you get one like that, and he came at me.
Okay.
And he already hit me in the head.
So you gave him, how many times did you say you told him to, like, put the back down?
Once.
Once? Okay. And then he started with dancing towards you?
Yes.
Over with. He's going to fucking jail.
I don't know. Couple.
One of Lori's friends later reported that Lori had said Alex believed her theories about Charles being possessed by evil, and the reason he was at the house at the time of death is simple. He believed Charles was going to try and kill Lori and moved in with her to help keep her safe.
I didn't see you, so I didn't hurt it, and I came back around and I saw that he was on the ground, and I was freaking out, and so I was freaking out, I just went into mom, and like, I'm gonna be catching you to school, but I get some kids, I just went like, I gotta get some kids, and so I just went outside, and to see if they were in there, okay, I don't want to come back in the house, and all that's going on, and Hattie was like looking at me with like crazy eyes, like what just happened, and I told her to get in the car and let her take you to school, and that's left.
When you came back in and you saw him on the ground, where was your brother? Did you see him where he was at?
Yeah, he was right in front of him.
Did your brother say anything to you at all? Do you remember?
No, we were both just in shock. Like, it was just I mean, I didn't I went out with the kids just to check on them first, and I was gonna come back in, but I didn't. I was like, I just have to get into school, and call police, you know.
So you took them to school, you got them from school, then called the police?
Calling the police or calling 911. Do you remember?
Yeah, he called me.
Okay.
He said, are you taking Juju to school?
Wait.
And I said, yeah, we need to call the police. And he said, okay.
Okay.
So you took them to school.
You didn't come back inside, basically.
Right. Because I was like in the car for a minute, and then I was like, what do I do?
It looks on the surface that an enraged Charles stormed the house and started shouting at Lori. Alex decided to intervene, fearing for his sister's life, but what started as a disagreement quickly turned into a fight, one that would end with Charles lying cold on the ground. And Ty Lee seems to back up what Lori and Alex said when she tells her version of events.
I opened the door, and it was
Yeah, let me hear this
my
shit.
stepdad, and he was just screaming at both of them, like, and so I just kind of stuck the baseball bat out there, and then he just grabbed it, and so I fell to the ground, and then my uncle kind of, like, I saw him take a step back, so my uncle, I think, grabbed him and kind of took him back so he couldn't, like, do anything, and so my mom said to go with JJ, and so I ran out the door, and then I kind of just stood there, and then eventually my mom came out, and then I heard a noise, which I don't know what it was now, but it sounded like someone like took it and hit it really hard against the floor. So I just wanted to make sure that like my stepdad didn't do anything to my uncle and stuff. And so she was like, no, like I was fine, like we're just gonna take you to school. And I was like, okay.
Despite Charles's lack of a violent history and how many times Alex nearly slipped up on scene, Lori's story, coupled with Ty Lee's perspective, was enough for detectives to officially rule this as self-defense. But the death of
No way.
Charles was just the tip of the iceberg, and investigators
They-
quickly discovered that Lori had become an
What? I don't know, bro. Like, like, it. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, but the thing is though, like, the thing is though, sometimes when like, I don't know, like, I don't know how to explain it, but like sometimes it is like tension when like either or stepmom or stepdad, but usually with the dad though, you feel me? Type shit. When the stepdad comes into play, you feel me? It's like depending on the age, it's like, you know, I know that you're not my dad, you know that you're not my dad. You feel me? Sometimes he probably could have did too much. And mind you, she's a kid, bro. He probably could have just like, you feel me, try to be on some dad shit. Like, bro, they was together for what, like 14 years? But that doesn't make sense. I'm so confused on that though. I'm so fucking confused on that. I'm so confused. I mean, I don't know. Whatever. You feel me? We just gonna go with like, for me, he just came into play when she was around the age where she knows that she's not his dad. He's not like, you feel me, type shit. He could have probably just been like, yo, yo, give me your phone or some shit like that. You feel me? Like, I'm taking your phone, like, you on punishment, or like, oh, you got to do this. You feel me? Type shit. You feel me? Like, you feel me? Or like, oh, go to bed. You feel me? Things of that nature. You feel me? As a kid, you gonna get tight. You feel me? Type shit. You feel me? And especially if she's a type of kid that's combative, we don't know about her history. We don't know her from a hole in the wall. We don't. She's not an upstanding kid. You feel what I'm saying? Like, her first reaction was to go get a fucking bat. You feel what you know what I'm saying? So it's like, bro, like, come on, bro. But I don't know. It could be tension though. You feel me? He could have been on some like, yo, like, you feel me? I don't fuck with her. You feel me? So I don't really know, but we're gonna keep it going.
To officially rule this as self-defense. But the death of Charles Vallow was just the tip of the iceberg, and investigators quickly discovered that Lori had become entangled in the world of a seedy cult that would turn this seemingly perfect mom into a stone-cold killer.
Can you tell me where your kids are? Where are your kids? No comment? They've been missing for 4 months. You have nothing to say? Listen, just tell people what's happening. There's people around the country praying for your children, praying for you guys. Why don't you give us answers?
That's great.
Who is that guy? Is that her brother?
Lori decided it was time for a change and moved the entire family across the country to Rexburg, Idaho. A strange choice at first, until you realized that this was the hometown of Chad Daybell, and Lori was now living minutes away from a man who had not only convinced her that her husband was evil, but was now beginning to spin the same evil stories for her kids as well. But this is when detectives met Melanie, Lori's best friend, and another member of her cult.
Oh my
She was
goodness.
there to spill all the sordid details on their ideology and the beliefs
I have to hear
that would
this.
soon lead to the death of Lori's kids.
Chad said that it's some childhood friend that Charles had, and that he died, and then he came back and he didn't ever leave. He was an unclean spirit that got trapped on earth, and he was now attached to him for years, and he was studying him, right, his behaviors and stuff like that. And so then he pushed the spirit out on him to go, that's what he said. Yeah, so his spirit now moved on, so she believed that Charles was gone. He was already gone, so she was treating him like he was sent by her.
Who the fuck is Nick?
But simultaneously eye-opening, as it gives us a direct window into what Lori believed about her own family. Apparently, she thought Charles was possessed by a dark spirit, and by that point, he was already gone. The problem is, she thought the same for her children. Charles had corrupted them, and they'd turned into zombies.
So you mentioned zombies.
Yeah.
Was that ever a term that you were exposed to by them? Okay. Tell me more about the zombie.
She said she had a dream once, and the earth would have a new town. People that fell on earth, if they would be able to get rid of all the zombies in the world, then those zombies would get into those dead bodies to come back. And we're looking at shit map, and she's like, okay, here's the United States. We're gonna do a prayer. Let's find out how many zombies are in Arizona. Okay, there's 20,000.
She's a terrorist. She's a terrorist.
Whatever word she come up with that she found powerful, and then he would check, oh, something happened, to come find out. So then that was her way. In my opinion, what I saw, at least, was just through a prayer that these people would pass away.
Lori believed that if the earth was to truly be pure, all the zombies had to be killed. Chad also began to feed Lori more and more fantastical lies about how the world worked, including ascension, translation, and the ability to meet with God himself.
Then I was still 0 to 100% how much you could trust people. I was listening like 97%. They were always building me up. Anyway, she was sometimes share like, oh, this person, that person, it's not true, so they have this person, that's their looking.
We don't know migrations.
So migrations, yeah, I'm worried about too. So according to how he would check, I can use that little pendulum thing on, I didn't know that, but anyway, 1,000 was supposed to mean, if you got to 1,000, that means you translate it. Or you're beginning your translation, and then as you to get higher in your vibration, you can portal at some point, maybe, I don't remember what she would say, 2,500 maybe, or something like that. And so the more you went to the temple, your vibration would increase. So it's just like your light would increase, your track record, that kind of thing.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Lori had become convinced she could speak to Jesus and appeared to be consumed by Chad's work. Not long after, their relationship began to heat up, and they even started a religious podcast together that showed, frankly, just how insane she had become.
I too have seen the resurrected Jesus Christ, and he has told me my mission, and he has sent me to help people and lift them in their missions.
Over time, Lori had become more outspoken with her beliefs of zombies and began to tell her friends about how many people had been consumed by evil spirits and demons. Lori then started telling her friends that her son JJ's behavior had changed, and that he had started telling her he loved Satan, as well as becoming more disruptive in the home. Had police listened to Charles Vallow when he feared for JJ and Tylee's lives, then they could have prevented the series of tragic events that followed. Only days after moving to Rexburg, Lori, Alex, JJ, and Tylee visited Yellowstone Park. This was the last time anyone saw Tylee alive. Things became even stranger on September 17, 2019, when JJ was spotted running into his Idaho home on a neighbor's door cam, never to be seen again. Months later, people started to realize that they hadn't heard from JJ in a long time, and Charles' parents called 911 to alert the police of his disappearance. Lori was caught lying to officers on November 26th after they had made a welfare check on JJ. According to Lori, her son was with her friend Melanie back in Arizona, but Melanie not only denied having him, but she also told police Lori had asked her to lie and pretend to officers JJ was staying with her. Then, in December,
that's heavy.
Alex died suddenly. His death was ruled as natural causes, but the amount of death and strange occurrences involving Lori was reaching impossible levels of coincidence. By this time, police were also extremely concerned for the welfare of JJ and Tylee, so Lori was served an order in January 2020 forcing her to prove that they are safe and well. However, the deadline came and went, and Lori was arrested 3 weeks later and placed on a bail of $5 million.
Oh!
But even after the arrest, both Lori and Chad remained silent and refused to give up any information on the kids. But finally, a further 5 months later, the police would get their answers when detectives initiated a search of Chad Daybell's property. There, they found the bodies of JJ and Tylee. JJ's body was found wrapped in duct tape and placed in a plastic bag, while Tylee had been dismembered and burned in a fire pit.
Oh my god!
Police arrested Chad immediately, and Lori's trial began not long after. It took another 3 years, but eventually...
Bro, dismembered and put in a fucking fire pit? Bro, what the fuck am I watching? What are we watching, bro? What is this? What? Bro, dismembered and put in a fire pit. Do you know how sick in the head you have to be? You think Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior, would ever tell you to do such a thing? You thought that's who you was talking to? Nah, ain't no way, boy. Nah, hell no. Nah, hell no. Hell no. Nah, son. That's insane. Let me see the charges.
She was found guilty of first-degree murder, conspiracy to commit first-degree murder, and grand theft over the deaths of her children. Lori was far from remorseful in a bizarre statement she made to the court after she was sentenced.
My beautiful children, Tylee Ashlyn and Joshua Jackson, rest safely this day in the arms of Jesus, and I look forward to the day when we are all reunited and I too will rest with them in the arms of my Jesus.
Thankfully, this evil mother, if you can even call her that anymore, won't be getting out anytime soon, as she was sentenced to 5 consecutive life sentences.
Oh my fuck! Yo, bro. 5 consecutive life sentences. Yo, listen, right? You have, listen, Lori, listen, Lori. If you are listening to me right now, right? Lori, if somehow, some way you see this, Lori, you are going to have to die 5 times. You have to die, right? Once. Heart has to stop for, I think it's at least like 5 seconds. You're pronounced dead. You have to do that 5 times to get out of jail. You're cooked, buddy. You're cooked. Yeah, you're fucking done, bitch. Do you know how... Nah, bro. Do you know how insane that is? You know that happened to somebody before? They got a life sentence and then they died in jail and came back to life. And they had to free the nigga. Unless if you got 25 to life. If you have a life sentence... Did you see this in NYC? Nah, yeah, actually. Because she on some funny shit. She probably gonna get a sense. She probably gonna get a sense that I'm talking about her some funny shit. This shit crazy. I'm scared, actually. I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm scared, child. I'm scared. Child, I'm scared. I'm scared, child. I'm scared. I'm scared, child. I'm scared. Child, I'm scared. I'm scared. Hold on, let me, alright. Yo, appreciate that follow, my boy. Why didn't my thing pop up on the screen? I don't think I got it set up on here. Shit. On my gaming screen, you would've got a little animation. Now, hold on. Look.